Balak and Balaam. Dear friends, in today's story we will see what happened on the plains of Moab. When Balak, king of Moab, saw that Israel had pitched their tents in the plains of Moab, he was terrified. When the Moabites saw all that Israel had done to Sihon, king of the Amorites, and Og, king of Bashan, their fear increased. Knowing that he couldn't overpower them with his own strength, Balak summoned Balaam, a prophet, to curse them. The elders he sent took with them the fee for divination, and when they came to Balaam, they told him what Balak had said. He asked them to spend the night there, and said that he would tell them what the Lord says to him. So God came to Balaam, and Balaam told him about the message that Balak, king of Moab, sent him. But God told Balaam not to go with them, and that he must not put a curse on the people, because they are blessed. The next morning, Balaam sent Balak's princes back, saying that the Lord refused to let him go with them. But Balak sent other princes, more numerous and distinguished than the first, with more gifts. Balaam again said that he would tell them what God says, and asked him to spend the night there. When we tell that Balaam is a prophet, inside he wasn't hesitant to leave the straight way, or to entice people to sin, because he loved the wages of wickedness. God will show us the right way, and will help us to walk in that way. But God will never force us to walk in that way. If we go astray, God will cause some hindrances to get us back onto the right path. We have the responsibility to check if we have gone wrong, if there are any hindrances in our path. So here, God did not force Balaam into making any decision. So Balaam got up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. But an angel of the Lord stood in the road to oppose him. Balaam did not see the angel, but the donkey was able to see him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand, she turned off the road into a field. Balaam beat her to get her back on the road. When he continued his journey, the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path between two vineyards, with walls on both sides. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pressed close to the wall, crushing Balaam's foot against it. So he beat her again. Then the angel of the Lord moved on ahead and stood in a narrow place where there was no room to turn, either to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam, and he was angry and beat her with his staff. Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and she talked to Balaam. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road. So he bowed low and fell face down. Then the angel allowed Balaam to go, but commanded him to speak only what he tells him. When Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the edge of his territory. The next morning, Balak took Balaam up to Bamoth-baal. From there he saw part of the people, and there Balaam offered a sacrifice. Then he went off to a barren height. God met with him there, and God put a message in Balaam's mouth. So Balaam went back to Balak. Then Balaam uttered his oracle. The exact opposite of what Balak called him for took place. Instead of cursing the Israelites, Balaam blessed them. Annoyed at this, Balak took Balaam to the top of Pisgah. Here too Balaam offered a sacrifice, and instead of cursing the Israelites, he blessed them. This happened once more. God did not allow Balaam to curse Israel. Balaam, knowing that God wouldn't allow him to curse the Israelites, and loving the wages of wickedness, gave Balak a plan to bring a curse on them. We will see what the plan was in the next story. God bless you.